Hello everyone, welcome back to the Linux tutorials. These tutorials are brought to you by ZDUP Technologies and Services. In this video, we are going to see that how can we install the VirtualBox into our system. In this video, basically we will see about the installation of Linux. So before installing Linux into our system, if you are having any kind of other operating system, then you need to install a virtual machine. And VirtualBox is just that. It is developed by Oracle, that is Oracle Virtual Machine VirtualBox, that helps us to run different operating systems on a particular operating system. It could be installed on like Windows, Mac OS, etc. So to install VirtualBox, firstly you need to go to this website virtualbox.org and click on this blue button. Now you would be going to this downloads folder or this downloads page. Here you have to select your current operating system. If you are using Windows, you can select Windows hosts. If you are using Mac, you can select OS X. However, if you are using any of the Linux distributions, you can select the Linux distributions as well. So from here you need to select your current operating system, which is Windows in my case. So I have clicked on Windows hosts, and when you click on that, this kind of a file would be available for download. This is the VirtualBox file, so let us just save it. And now you can see it is around of 103 MBs and its download has started. So it is going to take a few seconds, and you have to wait for that much amount of time till it is installed or till it is downloaded, so that you can take further steps after that of installation the VirtualBox. So okay, now our downloading of the VirtualBox is complete. We can just go to the arrow button and click on show in folder, and here is our VirtualBox application being installed. We can just click on it and now it has start its installation. We can just click on next from here. Then here are some of these settings. You do not need to change anything. Simply you can click on next. Here are these bunch of options with all these checkboxes which tell you that if you want a start menu icon, if you want to create a shortcut on your desktop, if you want to create a shortcut in the quick launch bar. So these are the basic options. If you want all of them, you can just check them and then click on next. If you want to change, you can change it. Then here there is a warning, but it is not going to affect you in any way. So you can click on yes, and then you can click on install. So you can see that the installation has started, and this is the status bar which will show you that how much installation is being done. It may take up to 2 to 3 minutes to install VirtualBox. So you have to wait for that much time until and unless the VirtualBox is installed onto your system. So now you can see that it is being installed, and it asks you for confirmation. You can click on install, that yes, I want to install it, and then you got to wait for a few seconds. So yeah, now it is installed. If you want to start it, make sure this checkbox is checked, and then you can click on finish. So what happens is our checkbox of starting VirtualBox was checked, which means that VirtualBox would be automatically opened. So this is our VirtualBox that has been installed, and now it is being opened. This is what a VirtualBox looks like. It is a virtual machine that helps you to run different operating systems onto your PC. Right now I'm using the Windows operating system, but since I want to install Linux also, so that is why I have installed this VirtualBox, which is a virtual machine. So that's what I have done, and let's now see that how can we install Ubuntu. So into this VirtualBox, I want to use this Ubuntu, right? So I can just go and Google Ubuntu, and if you see, Ubuntu is a Linux distribution that is based on Debian, as we already know, and it is some of the information about Ubuntu that you can just find from Wikipedia very easily. So you can run, as you can see, that you can run Ubuntu on the computer alone or in a virtual machine as well. So that is exactly what we are going to do. We can just run Ubuntu on our virtual machine. That is why we have installed VirtualBox, right? So this is the first link, that is ubuntu.com. You can just go there, and here you can see this is the official website of Ubuntu. From here you can just go to this downloads option. So the first thing that you have in this downloads option, these are these bunch of options, and the first thing is Ubuntu desktop, that is 20.04 LTS. You can just click on it and you have to wait for a few seconds for the download to start. This will download an ISO file. This ISO file would be used in the VirtualBox to set up our virtual machine. So you can see it is a 2.6 GB file. I'm going to pause it because I have already downloaded it. Now once you have installed your ISO file, what we can do is we can just open up our VirtualBox once again, and now we would be able to associate our ISO file over here. So how can you do that? You can just click on new, and then you need to provide something. First of all is the name of your operating system. So the operating system we are going to use is Ubuntu. So we can simply write Ubuntu, and if you want you can write its version or whatever you want, but it really doesn't matter because it is what is going to be the name of your operating system with which you are going to refer to it. Then you can see by default its type is of Linux and the version is Ubuntu 64-bit. That's correct. You can click on next. Then you can specify that how much RAM it is going to hold. So 1024 MB, that's 1 GB, is perfect. It's acceptable. You can click on next. This thing you can just click on create. Then again you can click on next, and create. So basically this is 10 GB is the size of the hard disk that it's going to take up, which is going to be 10 GB. That's correct. If you want you can just change the size. Now once you can see that your Ubuntu is created, what you want to do is you want to go into the settings option, and here there are these different types of operations available. So in the general settings you need to go to this advanced tab and change this shared clipboard to bidirectional and this drag and drop to bidirectional. What this will do, this will help you to just transfer your files through dragging and dropping from your Windows to your Linux very easily. That's why we have done this. Rest of the operations you can keep as it is. Then you can just go to storage, and here you want to configure your ISO file that you have downloaded. So you can just click on empty over here in the controller IDE, and then here on this disk icon you can just click and choose a disk file. So here you can just go to the place where your ISO file was present. Here in my case it is in download, so I can just click on it and click on open, and then you can click on OK. Now our ISO file is associated with it, and we can click on start. Now you can see that the Ubuntu installation has started. You can just again ignore those warnings, and it is going to take some time. Now here you have two options. Either you can just try Ubuntu or install Ubuntu. Try Ubuntu is because you can use plug and play, but if you want to install you can just click on this install Ubuntu option, and before that you need to select a language for yourself. So I'm going to go with English, but if you are comfortable with any of the languages that are listed over here you can just go with any one of them. Alright. Here you can select the keyboard layout, which is English US in this case, and then click on continue. Or if you want you can just test your keyboard over here and detect the keyboard layout as well. Over here I would recommend you all to go with normal installation and check these two options, that is install the third-party software, and if this option is enabled, that is to install or download the updates, you can just check it as well and then click on continue. Then make sure this option is checked, that is erase disk and install Ubuntu. This is not going to affect all of your files, so you do not need to worry. Just click on install now. So after accepting that erase all data thing, what you need to do is select your location. So my location is in India. I can just select India and click on continue once again for the installation to start. Then I am needed to provide my details such as name, computer's name, etc. So the name I can just provide is any name you can give. Okay, then click on continue. And then I hope the installation will start. Yeah, so installation has started, and then you see that Ubuntu would be fair and running in your PC. So that's how you can install it, and that's all for this video.